What's up, YouTube? Logan back again from Nerdy Vinyl. I'm gonna do a quick video, but first, something that's weird. So, I'm listening to Spotify right now. Just have music on. I'm working on some stuff. And I selected this playlist. It's like one of those recommended for you playlists. And they call it Punk Mix. And I go in there, and there's like Dead Kennedys, Pennywise, Bad Religion, Operation Ivy, Rancid, Misfits. Maybe I mentioned Misfits already. Anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of punk on there. But then there's like this. It's like Goldfinger, Superman. Like that's. I mean, I think they're more ska than punk. And like Mighty Mighty Boss Stones is definitely ska. It's like, do the people that curate for Spotify not understand how genres work? Or am I just like overthinking the whole fucking thing? That's probably a thing too. Anyways, I don't really like this song. Well, it's not that I don't like this song. I've been listening to this mix for like 5 days, and I'm kind of over this song. Oh, you know what? Sorry. You guys are like, what are you doing? Okay, so I wanted to come on here and talk about tomorrow. So today is Friday the 22nd. Is that right? I don't know. It's a 20-something day. But anyways, tomorrow is record store day. And it's my first record store day that I've ever participated in. Or that I've ever like gone and I'm gonna go look for stuff and try to buy stuff. Here we go. Sorry. And so I just thought I'd talk about like my plan, what I'm looking for, and things like that. So my goal, I've been calling around to different shops to see who's got what, and so there's a few that I want. I was looking at the list. There's a few that I want, but there's two for sure that are like absolutes, that are the two that I really, really want, that I'd be most upset if I didn't find. So I called around to see who got what in. So the two albums that I 100% want are the Cranberries, for sure. That's like the big one that I want. If I get everything else I want, that I thought I want, but I don't get that one, I would be upset. Like, even if I got everything else that was on my list, I would be upset if I didn't get that one, because I really want it. The other album that I want is the Offspring Greatest Hits. I really, really, really want that. I wouldn't be as upset about that one if I didn't get that. But so I called around to a couple shops in town, because I've been asking for the last few months whenever I go to stores, like, hey, you guys doing record store day? And there's a few that like aren't, and their reason for not doing record store day is that their bread and butter. Those are both places two of the places that said they weren't. This is what they said. Their bread and butter is used records, and it was explained to me that stores that do higher number of sales on used records tend to get priority on what they get than stores that primarily do more used records that don't have a track record of selling a lot of new stuff. So like one store that I go to a lot, they don't hardly have any new ever. The guy's whole gig is used. there is one store that does do new, but they're not open on Saturdays, and so I didn't even ask. But so that's that. The two that I did call to check, both had I know they have copies of both of those. One of them was was a shop that I've been to a few times, and they had 6 copies of he got 6 copies of the Cranberries and 4 copies of the Offspring. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, you should. People start lining up at 4 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm not even remotely gonna do that. I'm like, first of all, you're in the second worst part of town, so I ain't camping out at 4 in the morning. You are off your nut. You are smoking the good crack if you think that's gonna happen. The other one I called, they have 7 copies of the Cranberries and like 18 copies of the Offspring. So that's probably where I'm gonna go. And I was talking to the guy, and he gave me a little bit more information. It was a little more realistic. He was like, if you really want the Cranberries, maybe get here like 8:30 because they open at 10. Like maybe get here by 8:30. He's like, the Offspring, he's like, you could probably show up right when we open and get that. So, that's just what that is. So I'm going to go a little early, but I'm not going before the sun comes up. That is not happening. So that's the 2 big ones that I want. Okay, so the other albums that I want, that are like, I want them, but they're not like as imperative as the other 2, in my opinion. Like, one, right off the gate, Rick Astley, of course, dude. Like, I just think that'd be cool to have. That's all. And I really I would just love to just be able to rickroll people when they come into my house. Like, I would legit, like, if somebody's coming over to my house, I would legit, like, go find a record that I know that person's gonna like and put it on and go straight to that song. 100% do that all the time. Another one is the Jeannie C. Riley Harper Valley PTA. I did just get that album on a Dollar Bin showcase, but everything past the 3rd track is just garbage. Just doesn't play. So it'd be cool to have a clean new copy of that. It's not it's a good album, but it's not super great. So it's not one that like I would. If I saw, I might get something else over that, is what I'm saying. But if I see it and I don't like, if I see it, I really want to get. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's one I want, but I'm not like 100% like sold that I'm gonna go out of my way to get it over something else. The third one that I really want, or that would be really cool to have, is the Whitey Ford Sings the Blues by Everlast. That would be cool. I have that album on CD somewhere. So yeah, that one would be really cool to have. Other ones are Willie Nelson, the live at the Texas Opry. That's another one that would be kind of cool to have. The Steve Earle 7-inch, that's one I'm gonna look for. He's got his version of Night Rider's Lament on it, which is pretty cool. And then CCR, the Traveling Band, the live album. That one is another one that I think would be kind of cool to have. Now, one that I want, wouldn't say I'm like super amped, but it would be like, again, it would be cool to have. But I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna go quick. and that's the Foo Fighters 7-inch. With the loss of Taylor Hawkins, I have a feeling that 7-inch is gonna go quick. So yeah, for sure the ones I want are Cranberries and Offspring. Those are the two that I've been looking forward to since the list was first released. And then the more I go through the list, the more I see, yeah, I kind of want that. I kind of want that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we find. What I'm able to get. So that's my plan. Those are the ones I'm looking to get. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go downtown. Around. I'm probably gonna leave my house at 8. Get there at 8:30. Hang out for an hour and a half, waiting. It's probably going to be cold because we're supposed to have like kind of a stormy night tonight, which is another reason why I don't think people are. This guy's talking about people lining up at 4 in the morning. We're supposed to get like possible severe thunderstorms, and there's a moderate tornado warning for overnight. And so between midnight and I think like 6 in the morning, we're talking like winds of like 67, gusts up to 70 miles an hour, potentially. Probably closer to 40, 45 mile an hour wind gusts. Like, dude, if you want to camp out in that shit to get a freaking Taylor Swift fucking 7-inch or whatever it is, I don't even care, then you know what? More power to you. I ain't camping out like that. I'm not in my 20s lining up for Black Friday. I used to do that. That shit's crazy too. No joke. I got body checked by an 80-pound woman one time over The Dark Knight on DVD. So yeah, I'm not going in for all that. I'm too old for that shit. Like I said, I'm gonna head out there. I'll get there like 8:30. They open at 10. If I get stuff, I get stuff. If I don't, I don't. But if I do get stuff, I will be back on tomorrow, and I will show you what I got. The place I'm going to, supposedly, they're talking about like having hot food and coffee in line, like donuts and shit. And then they're also giving away canvas bags and stuff. And the way a lot of the stores made it sound there's like 3 or 4, there's 4 that are doing Record Store Day. And 3 of them, they kind of made it sound like at 10 o'clock we open the doors and some of those stores are pretty cramped and pretty like stocked, if you want. Like, I don't know how to put it, but there's very tight quarters, and it's like if you just start letting people in and not without keeping, and like, that's nuts. But this store, they're the biggest record store in Omaha. It's called Homer's, and it sounds like they've done this enough times. They have their shit together. From the way it sounds, like they're only gonna let like a certain number of people in at a time at the beginning, like to keep it from just being a mad rush. So I don't know how they're gonna do that. If it's gonna be like 10 people, and then like 5-10 minutes later they let 10 more people in. I don't know how that's gonna work, but to me it sounds like they're organized. They have a plan. They make a deal out of this. So, like I said, I'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully have some records, maybe some swag. But we'll go over it tomorrow. I'm sure I'll be one of many people showing off their Record Store Day haul. And another thing, too, that I'm looking forward to is, they say, like, oh, we've got this place advertised that they have, like, a shitload of used stuff that they're dropping tomorrow because it's Record Store Day. So who knows? I may find some cool stuff that's not even Record Store Day exclusives. But 100%, whatever I find tomorrow, I'll come on here and I'll show it to you. All right? That's that, guys. I'm going to take off. You guys have a good one. See ya. So, also, good luck, everybody that is going out for Record Store Day tomorrow. Hope you find what you're looking for. Hope you find some stuff like maybe all these stores have been having deals on other stuff. Hopefully, you find some good stuff tomorrow. Can't wait to see what you all find. If you're not doing Record Store Day, that's cool too. I know a lot of people are saying they're not into it anymore. Then, like I said, this is my first time. This is my first. I haven't really been collecting seriously that long, so I didn't even know about Record Store Day until I started doing YouTube. So it's kind of I'm amped because this is my first time. So I'm really excited, and who knows, I might be like, that was dumb, I'm never doing that again. But you never know. Maybe I'll love it. But regardless, like I said, good luck everybody. See you tomorrow. Can't wait to see what you all get. Have a good one, guys.